Right, so I've been doing YouTube on this channel in particular for 10 years now, which is kind of crazy to think about. It's very cool that I'm still around to this day somehow. I'm the unk of the YWC, I guess. But yeah, obviously in that time, so much has happened in the YWC or the YouTube wrestling community. So many new channels have came into the community and started making wrestling content. So many channels have disappeared and vanished, and that's what I'm here to talk about today. Obviously, this isn't a thing exclusive to the YouTube wrestling community, but YouTubers are always coming and going. They're always moving on to the next thing, or sometimes just completely disappearing as a whole, and you're left wondering where a YouTuber that you used to watch just suddenly vanished to. So we're here to talk about a few of those examples in the YouTube wrestling community in particular, as we talk about wrestling YouTubers that just kind of suddenly disappeared one day. And yeah, if you've been around in the YWC for as long as I have, then this might be a nostalgic video for you as we reminisce on some legends of the YWC. So yeah, the first one, as you can see, is a pretty obvious one to talk about here, one that you probably already know about already, so it's not really an official entry on this list. That is Adam Pacitti, former WhatCulture Pro Wrestling general manager, as he would call himself. Adam Pacitti recently left the YouTube wrestling scene. There was an announcement video on the Cultaholic channel a couple of months ago. It was very sad to see. Like I said, Adam Pacitti is a true legend of the YWC, not only an influential member of Cultaholic, but also an influential member of WhatCulture Wrestling in the past, who are two of the most influential channels in the YouTube wrestling scene. He was a staple of the wrestling community on YouTube, so it's very sad to see him go. But Adam Pacitti was of course part of the group channel, and with group channels on YouTube, a lot of the time they have rotating rosters. Sometimes you'll see hosts step in, sometimes you'll see hosts just stop appearing on videos. It's just what happens a lot of the time. Adam Pacitti of course got a send-off, but I can think of a couple of WhatCulture personalities in the past that kind of just disappeared one day from the channel that you might remember. As I believe WhatCulture Wrestling had a larger roster of hosts than Cultaholic did, and they would often do the watch-along videos with all of them in there together. So I thought I'd group them all into this one spot on the list. As do any of you remember Andrew Socek from WhatCulture Wrestling? He hosted the 5 best and 5 worst moments of the week series.
But what was the best of it all, and what was the worst of it all? Well, I'm Andrew with WhatCulture, and let's dive on in and sort it all out.
A series that at that time in 2016, I actually remember getting a fair bit of backlash from the WhatCulture Wrestling fandom, mainly due to the fact that he was American and like the only American host on the channel. Which, come on guys, I actually enjoyed that series. Another WhatCulture host you might remember is Susie, who used to host the Cesaro section, which went for 4 episodes on the WhatCulture Wrestling YouTube channel.
Andy Rivera on YouTube comments, "Okay, now I want to see Susie. Put her in a segment on the channel." Well, ask and you shall receive. I'm Susie from WhatCulture.com, and this is the Cesaro section.
Obviously, whilst the likes of other WhatCulture hosts moved on to other projects like Cultaholic, it seems as though Susie has left the wrestling bubble, and Andrew Socek appeared to leave WhatCulture in 2019, probably onto other projects. Listen, I should probably stress enough, I can never blame anyone for wanting to leave the wrestling bubble. Not at all. Next up is a YouTube wrestling channel attached to a name you might recognize, that being Nova Pipebomb. And if the name Nova sounds familiar to you, that's because the YouTuber Uber Haxer Nova has been going on YouTube for a very long while on this platform. Nova has nearly 3 million subscribers and 7,000 videos. He's been going for over a decade on YouTube easily, way longer than me. And if you're a current Nova fan or even a Nova fan of the past, maybe you don't even remember when Nova created a wrestling gaming channel called Nova Pipebomb.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to my second channel, and welcome to the first video on my second channel. In this video, I'm just going to be pretty much doing a exhibition match on Day of Reckoning 2, but the main purpose of this video is going to be for you guys to let me know what you guys would like to see going forward in this channel.
Nova was no stranger to wrestling gaming. He had done some SVR videos on his main channel in the past, but he would start Nova Pipe Bomb just before around WWE 12 was coming out, and he would start doing a Here Comes the Pain series, as I can see on this channel, before doing a Road to WrestleMania. A lot of them seem to be deleted, because you can see it's 1, 3, 10. It seems like he completed WWE 12. I'm gonna guess he managed to complete WWE 13 Attitude Era, and then he didn't do anything for 2K14, and then he returned for 2K15, and I'm gonna take a wild guess that he only did 4 episodes and didn't finish any series here. Nova Pipe Bomb probably just goes down as a forgotten side channel of Uber Hacks and Nova, as it's been nearly 10 years since he uploaded to this channel.
What happened to Nova Pipe Bomb? It fucking died, dude. What do you mean, what happened? There was a big conspiracy. WWE fucking came down on me. They threatened to sue me if I didn't stop uploading to the channel. And so I was like, whoa, guys, back off. All I'm trying to do is make WWE video game content. Why are you doing this to me? And then Vince McMahon himself sent me a letter, and he was like, fuck you, pal. And like, I was like, whoa, that's kind of crazy. Like, why would you do that to me? I didn't deserve that. And so I stopped uploading to the channel because I didn't want to get sued.
But you'd probably not believe it if I told you that for the time 10 years ago, having 100k subscribers on a YouTube wrestling gaming channel meant you were one of the top dogs. So it's mad to see how much the community has grown and changed since then. YT Wrestling Facts was a YouTube channel I remember started maybe just before I started my channel. YT Wrestling Facts was a list wrestling YouTuber, which was obviously very common for the time. That's literally how my channel formed. He did an array of list videos and actually did fairly well for the time, and really grew his channel to, I believe, up to nearly 500,000 or more subscribers. He also had an extremely hard intro song that maybe if I play it, you'll remember who YT Wrestling Facts is.
Hey, what's up guys? In today's video, we're going to be looking at 5 secrets WWE doesn't want you to know.
But yeah, at a certain point, the YT Wrestling Facts channel slowed down in uploads, and they're only maybe doing a couple of videos per year before the channel just completely got deleted and now no longer exists. I've not been able to find any archive of the channel on the Wayback Machine either, and YT Wrestling Facts more or less just completely disappeared from YouTube completely. There is actually a YT Wrestling Facts Daily Motion with all his old videos on there, so this must be lost media right here, I guess. That's just been uncovered. But this is what is remaining of YT Wrestling Facts, aka HBS, a 500k subscriber wrestling YouTube channel that just vanished into the abyss. And the final one to talk about is one you still might recognize, as they didn't disappear too long ago. That is Wrestling Hub. Wrestling Hub began their channel in 2016, a few months after I began my YouTube channel. They were at first doing list videos about miscellaneous topics, as you can see, billionaires who lost their fortunes, most expensive homes in the world, mind-blowing facts about the Bugatti, but they were also mixing in your typical wrestling content for the time, listicle content. Your things WWE wants you to forget about formula was an absolute game changer for that time, by the way. But he would switch his focus to strictly wrestling content, and clearly found great success in doing so. And my introduction to Wrestling Hub was when he started his series Wrestling Origins.
What's up everybody, and welcome to a brand new series here on Wrestling Hub called Wrestling Origins. This series will focus on one topic, such as a specific superstar, and detail everything in their lives from birth to right before they become a star.
Which, as you can probably guess, is a series where he just uncovers the origins and the beginnings of certain popular wrestlers' careers. It was a series that really did pop off for the time. No one else was really doing it, and as I said, it was the way that I was introduced to Wrestling Hub, was through his Wrestling Origins series. He continued doing that with list content and news content, and Wrestling Origins being the main series as well, but he would eventually switch to just strictly being a wrestling news channel. If you scroll through any of his latest uploads, it'll just be pages of just news videos and no lists and no other style of content. I can totally understand why he would have made the switch. Wrestling Origins is a series that could only go on for so long before it gets formulaic, and when you're doing wrestling news, there's always something to talk about and always content to be made. He was clearly doing well with his wrestling news content, but this upload on November 29th, 2023, right after CM Punk returned to WWE, he stopped uploading. This is his last upload he's done on there, and it seems like a mad time to stop doing wrestling content when CM Punk has just came back to WWE and excitement is at an all-time high in WWE at that point. Maybe Wrestling Hub is CM Punk. Maybe I've just uncovered a conspiracy there.
CM Punk making his shocking return at Survivor Series War Games in Chicago. Let's talk about some of the
Yeah, this is his style of content that he was doing, and this is the last one he made. This is a very nice video that he's made. It's well edited, well spoken, and it just seems like a weird time to stop doing videos, especially on a near 600,000 subscriber YouTube channel. But yeah, another one where it's just mad to see them disappear, because I've been there and seen Wrestling Hub since 2016, since he was doing the Wrestling Origins videos, and to see wrestling YouTubers like this just disappear, it's kind of sad in a way. But yeah, obviously for Wrestling Hub and everyone else on this list, I can only wish them the best in everything they're doing, and as I said before, I totally can understand anyone who isn't watching wrestling anymore or wants to step away from wrestling. It is so easy to get burnt out of wrestling. But yeah, those are just some of the wrestling YouTubers I could think of that have vanished off the platform in the last decade or so. If you can think of anyone else, leave them down below in the comments, and if you enjoyed this style of video and want to see another one including your picks, then let me know. I don't know if this will go well or not. Yeah, I really don't know if this is a good video format or not, if you guys enjoyed this or not, so let me know. Leave us some feedback in the comments, leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe, notifications on so you never miss a video on this channel. And I hope this was just as nostalgic for you as it was for me. I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye and keep on rolling.